Hello, my people. This is Auntie Aduni, your usual Auntie Aduni. And for now, I'm not going to vex. I don't think I'll be able to do live stream for some days, but I'll try and be dropping some videos, okay? We have left the page for so long, inactive for about a week, and of course, it has affected the channel. So for now, just manage the videos I'll be dropping for some few days for me to get myself together. Please, as you are watching, help me to click a like on the video so that the activity can come back on the channel. Click a like on the video, and please don't forget to leave a comment, and if possible, help me to share. And this is the first time I'm leaving my channel for so long. It has never happened, and I can see it's not right because I see that the videos are crawling now. They are crawling, which is okay. So men, this video is for you. This video is for men. There is something you have to do as a man on or before your 55th birthday. Highest by the time you are getting to 60. And I will tell you why. You see, women of these days, they are becoming more independent every day. They are becoming self-dependent. They are becoming self-sufficient. In fact, so many of them have tasted this freedom of being alone after having children. You know me, I go say them as it is. Once women achieve their purpose in life with a man, and financially they can stand, they will not remain that young lady that you married. And that is why we see that divorce is very rampant once women get to age of 40 upwards. It's very easy for them to divorce because by then their children are at a certain age, and some of them financially are strong. So by that time, that woman that you thought was a baby when you marry will look you straight in the face and say things she has never said to you before. Say no to things she will never say no to before. So why am I doing this video? Somebody approached me. I hope he doesn't get to see this video, but he's a friend, so I don't think he can mind since I'm not mentioning his name. Approached me, a man in his 60s. I won't say the type, the number after the 6, but in his 60s, and said, please, I want to marry, or I need a woman here in America. And I said, here in America? He said yes. And I know why I said it. I was like, Nijanko? And he told me some not good story about ladies in Nigeria. Which even before he says it, I wasn't surprised. Like somebody has called me sometimes ago, I think about 7 months ago, to share his experience with me. He lives here. He was dating a woman in Nigeria. Somebody wanted to marry. He never knew the lady was still married. Not only was she still married, she was able to play the game perfectly, the man who suspects. And I want to believe their husbands are collaborators. So this man, at the end of the day, lost about 12 million to the lady back home. Dating her, sending her money. In fact, he rented a place so that anytime he goes, he finds somewhere to stay. And the lady too, he believes the lady was living in the house. But of course, the lady was playing games. So what the lady does is that anytime our brother is in America, she's with her husband. Anytime our brother is going to Nigeria, of course, she moves into the house like she's been staying in the house, getting ready for him. And you know, America to Nigeria, if you want to go and spend holiday, pata 1 month. By the time you want to do 2 months, debt is waiting for you. So you can't stay out for too long, except you're not living in America anymore. If you are still living in America, you have to consider all those things, and you don't want to stay too long. So like that, Apart from monthly upkeep, setting her up in business, now so our brother lost about 12 million to this lady. After that, now one day, somebody call and say he never see wife. He thought it was a joke. He went back home unannounced and went to her shop. That was how the lady got exposed. But that's a story for another day. So I said, men, if you want to remarry, that is if you are single, you know, they always look out for una, either you like me or not. Of course, I go tell you some truths we no go like. But if you are a man and you are in your 50 and you are single and you know you still want to marry, start thinking about it now. Don't wait until you are 60 plus. A lot of men make that mistake. They will be around 60 plus and they want to remarry. At that stage, they are not marrying, except you don't want to be truthful to yourself. Most of you are not marrying people of your class anymore. You have to go lower, very much lower. Because people of your class or people close to your class, it doesn't mean they are older than you. I'm talking about people that you are older than. Maybe you are in your 60 and you want to go for a woman of 48, 50. Of course, you know that kind of woman, especially here in abroad. You know that kind of woman self. She self stand. She self go don't get leg. So to approach such people, you know, the day easy. It takes guts. It takes a man who has self-pride. It takes a man who has that pride as a man. Not men with low self-esteem. Men with low self-esteem pay money to date a woman and they can never get the best from a woman by giving them money at that stage. Some have to go lower. You have to go lower than your level, because those are the people that will embrace you easily. But if you want to still maintain class and steez, you want to have a woman where, because both of you, I mean, you are in your 60s, you're almost approaching your retirement age. Especially if I'm talking mostly for people who live abroad. At that stage, you don't have much power to work anymore. What you have worked for is what you are going to manage. So, why am I saying this? Honestly, if you have a good marriage, a good woman, please keep her. Just like we tell women too, that if they have a good man, they should keep them. But you know the difference between man and woman when it gets to a certain age. The women have their children close by. Even if they are separated, divorced, or widow, they have their children close by, you know, and the children look out for them. But you as a man, you want to have another woman. For those, not every man wants to remarry. Some don't bother for the reason best known to them, and I don't think it's a bad idea too. But if you are still thinking of going to remarry, I'm going to read out some comments for you. Somebody approached me, somebody in his 60s, and said he needs a woman. And I posted it on my Facebook page. What I saw on that page, the comments, is why I am doing this video. And that's why I say, if you want to remarry, please try and do it when you are still in your 50s, before you get to 60. Except you don't mind, you go for somebody lower. If you live abroad, and if you live abroad, you don't have plan to relocate back, then it calls for you to make your decision on time, you know, before you get to a certain age, because of the comments I saw under this post. If you are in your 50s going to 60, closing 60s, I am telling you, it is time to make that decision. Don't let it get to when you are in your 60s. I mean, yes, in your 60s, especially mid 60 upward. I am talking to men, especially, who don't have plan to relocate back home, who wants to remain here in abroad, and they want to remarry. I am going to read that. Sorry, I'm slow today. I'm so sorry, I'm slow. the stamina, the energy is not really there, and that's why I couldn't do live stream. So I'm going to read out some comments that I saw where I posted it. I said somebody in his 60s needs a woman. You know, it was specific. He wanted a woman in her 40s. That is his choice. It wasn't a bad idea, you know. Even though I would have advised somebody in 50s instead, they are closer. Because I feel somebody in his 60s, it's not as if you want to have children again. But unfortunately, the way you men think is always funny to us women. How can you in your 60s be deciding you still want to have children? Now the question is, for what? To carry your name when you already have children? You say for the child to be there. What is the guarantee the child is going to be there? At what age? Remember, you are in your 60s already. By the time the child is 20, you're already in your late 80s or mid 80s. So at that stage, the child to be there for what? By that stage, can that child stand on her own feet too, to even do anything for herself, talk less of you? But the way you men think, when you see women, we say we don't have to want to have children again at a certain age. We know what we are saying. I have seen men who want women. They, you know, because of this matchmaking I do once in a while, but it's not easy. So they will tell you, when I approach these ladies, they will say, Auntie, me will be momo. Because most of these men still want people that will have children for them. And that is why they go for younger people. But the ladies will tell you, I will be momo. But you men, at a stage, at a time, when you are supposed to enjoy your life, honestly, I pity men. No? I always feel pity when I see the kind of life and the kind of decisions men make for their lives. I always think, yeah, these men love themselves, because women are selfish. When you say selfish, they love themselves. That is why a woman will say, at a certain age, I don't want to have children again. I am done. If a 39-year-old lady can say, Auntie, I don't want to have children again. And I say, how many do you have? She said, I have only 2. And I'm okay. 2 girls. I have one I've said, Auntie, I'm 40, I have only 1 child. And I'm fine. I'm not ready to put my body through that. Then I'll be like, then why do men desire children in their 60s? I see it as not being okay. You might have a different opinion, but that's my own opinion. I feel like, do these men really want to live? Do they want to enjoy life? Are they born to suffer and labor through life? Anyway, let me read some of the comments I saw under the post for you. So the post read, 60+ man based in USA needs a serious relationship from a lady here in US. Maximum age limit, 45 years. Under their comments, and I'll be putting the comments under the post, you'll be reading. One told for me say, this relation get how a bill. Somebody say, Baba, they stylishly look for nani ninyeo. Another one say 60+ fit be 69. Wahala. Another person, one Iyakupa said, a lot of 60 years old women, they need a companion. You don't want that. You need 45 years young woman. Okay, good luck, my brother. Somebody said, another Niger soul abroad said, at 60+ looking for 45-year-old or less woman. After 5 years, she will become his caregiver. Abi, well done. Another person said, must have a house in the following places. Okay, the lady is now giving, and one lady is now giving her own criteria before she can marry somebody of that age. Hello? The lady said, Juliet Chinonye said, the man must have a house in US, Canada, Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and lastly, his will must be written before she can marry the man. One lady said, I don't read comments, tire, but if I may ask the man in question, what happened to his wife? Abi, he didn't marry at all. He's planning all this while. I come in peace. Somebody said, one Farida said, so he can't look for his age mate, Abi. If he's going to include her in his will, why not? Because he's literally marrying his caregiver. Another person said, one Alaja Rookie said, 45 is not young either. But why not the para for comment section? One Rosalie Fadeyi said, hospice wife is okay. One Just Like said, why is he not looking for someone in his age bracket? This men do, or of na woman now, him make a kukuma mind my business. One Joseph Ajewumi said, a lady below beyond 35 might not be useful for the man. Prenup might be necessary for the man's safety and security. Another person said, they don't need outside that country or more. One person said, Yinka, you hear? Why that one person bring Yinka's case into it? Try yourself. Some Nigerian girls will soon forge their age. Now they feel marry somebody of that age group anyway. That will be like 40 and going for a man of 60 plus. Another Mercy God's child said, looking for hospice wife. I feel 45 years old limit. No. So let me not go too much. Let me not go too much into some of the comments. Somebody Kinkley says, wow, see how Nigerians they brainstorm this issue. Like say them study for WAEC. Now wow. In fact, there are so many comments. Somebody said he should relocate to Nigeria and marry a 25-year-old, not a 45-year-old. That's already established. Okoya married Shadi at 60 while she was in her 20s. So he should go to Nigeria. So you see what I was trying to say. I said it is not as if it is not possible. But it is possible more in Nigeria than here. And some of you don't have plans to go back home. You have plans to go back to Nigeria. I mean, some of you don't have plans to go back home. You want to be here. You are at a certain age. You are looking for your daughter's age mates to marry. You go get a CB. Do you have the kind of money Simon Gobadia has? You want to ask why? The woman wants a future secured too. If always, we live in this man, a man deceiver, and you deceive yourselves. When you are at a certain age, you leave your age brackets or close and you go for younger age. They can't do it except you have money. The only ones that will do it, and this abroad is not so common because people are working here. Woman get money, man get their money. Woman get a job, man get a job. It doesn't matter. Age 30, age 40, they have their job. Some age 40, they have 2 houses already. Women, some have 3 houses already. So what do you want to take entice such people? And you are living here. This is your permanent abode. What do you do? Do you think it will be that easy for you to see somebody very younger? This is just a pointer that people who marry such people in Nigeria, they are either people looking for poverty alleviation machine, and they look for such men, or such men look for women that are vulnerable financially. 2 are bad, give 4. And you now say, I don't see wife. No, you don't see wife. You see somebody who was looking for poverty alleviation machine. And you yourself, they look for somebody who will be a caregiver. You deceive yourselves a lot, men. Why not look for somebody, you are 60. What stops you getting somebody 50, 52? There are so many women you will see out there, you won't be able to know that is their age. But because you are used to controlling women, you will think they will be uncontrollable. And my question is, are you marrying a slave? Or are you dating a slave? Let's even take marriage out of it. Because most women at 50 plus, especially women based abroad, at 50 plus, not all of them want to get married again. Many of them have tasted peace, they have tasted freedom, and they know what comes with marrying a man, especially a Nigerian man. An average Nigerian man would believe once they marry you, we all know how it is now. All of us know how it is. That once they marry you, automatically, you are a cook, you are a cleaner, You are a nurse. You are, what else do we do in the house as a woman? So automatically you become that. So even women at a certain age, they want rest. Women of 50 plus, their children are grown up already. Most of them don't even cook plenty anymore. They only cook small food because the children probably are not living with her anymore, or maybe one or two remain in the house. This is where women's life is different. So, and if she has to cook, you know, she's what she's used to. And good enough, we have some men that are good in cooking too. But trust me, it's the field of women. It is not the field of man. So, I am throwing this open to you. 55 upwards as a man, single. You have plans to remarry. Going to 60, single. 60 plus, single. How are you planning? What do you want for that your life? You men don't live. I keep saying this. Instead of you to look for a woman financially stable, doesn't have children, want to have children again, her children are grown up, nothing is holding both of you, go for her and have fun. How much you get? Many of you don't even have any much, and yet you are looking for bukata. Like I know a man of recent, 65, maybe 66 in me, all of them 32, maybe 33 in the lady, and I was like, you greed wo lele torí Ọlọ́run. What sort of greed is this? Is this man telling me he wants to start buying Pampers at this age? Is this man telling me the kind of life he wants to start living at 60 plus is to be pushing pram on the streets? Is this man telling me the kind of life he wants to live? If he decides to go for holiday, he will buy his tickets, buy wife tickets, buy pikin tickets. And yet, they may not even be able to have fun because they have the baby to drag around at that age. I say, how Nigerian men they think? But you see most of these Oyinbo, when they are ready to, they have been out of relation for long, they want to go into another one. Most times they go for people of their age bracket. Sometimes the women might even be a bit older than them. The women that they know financially, they spend, she spends. But Nigerian men, suffer head, you don't master many of una.